Setting up. Give me a second. Yeah, that's my brand.
What are you going to do in the summertime?
I don't know. I was thinking about that.
The AC's on in the summer.
Yeah, I know, but still, plus not good to wear a hat all the time, but it's like part of my fucking brand now. Plus my head is a wreck. So yeah, that's true. But I gotta get a fitted hat.
Oh yeah. You can get
I gotta get a decent
when
fitted.
Seaside's back open.
Never. We got this shit going on here.
This isn't really
GTA video. What do you mean, the video game one? That should still be on. I didn't take it.
For a moment, it kind of looked like you when I squished that.
Hey, look, man. Brandon. This the only motherfucker I advertise on this channel for free.
Well, a little bit of the can too, you asshole.
A little bit. We're working out the kinks. What the fuck is that? This, my friend, is a fucking Son of Gary cup holder from my friends over at the bonfire. I say my friends, but they don't really know me. I just say that. But listen, this is important. I want to explain something to you all. What is happening here is people want to act like they're playing by the rules, but really they're not playing by the rules at all. Because I happened to just get this piece of paper in my door a couple minutes ago. What is this paper, you might be asking yourself? Is a residential alert for the COVID-19 update. Mark the 26th of March, which is today. Now, I want to preface what I'm about to say. Oh, I mean the paperwork. But okay, check this out. It says, "Dear residents, in accordance with the guidelines for the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, our company has taken the following steps to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Now, as we go through this, let me just show you a little photo here. I see how it is. As soon as I start to pull up the evidence, you want to cut me off, huh? Well, look at this. Look at this picture. You see that? Do you know what that is? That's a fucking dirty paper towel and a goddamn Q-tip. And you know where it is? It's in the fucking, it's on the staircase. It's on the staircase. I just took this picture a minute ago before I came upstairs when I found this page. So check this out. That picture is a direct, it's direct evidence against what they're saying that they're doing. We're taking the following steps to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus, which, if I'm not mistaken, somebody in the building next to us just had an ambulance here and they got taken out, so they might have it. But it says we've increased and disinfected common areas, entryways, doorknobs, offices, elevators, etc. Hired professional cleaning companies to disinfect and sanitize standalone communities. No, they haven't. There's one fucking poor prick that's been around here that I've seen that is the general maintenance dude here. No special company. Yeah. We require all employees to wash their hands frequently and go home if they're showing signs of being sick. Instituted social distancing to limit interactions with others. This includes closing the office to anyone without an appointment, offering a virtual tour to prospective residents, closing all common areas and gathering places, and banning handshakes and other form of physical contact. I'm going to call bullshit right now on my dead grandmother. May she fucking come back to life and stab me with a butcher knife if I'm making this up. And people that know me know that I don't fuck around with shit like that. There was a woman from the office that was showing a fucking apartment yesterday to a brand new fucking stranger that's never lived here before. They're showing off apartments right now. So I guess they decided to wait till today so they can get that last one out. And not that I have anything against them, but people just moved in. Well, elevators, they take you up to the Candy Mountain in the imaginary words where they put the effort into apartment complexes they open. Well, the elevators are in the Waretown buildings, which is it's the old folks. It's the old folks version of where we live. And I only mention the name of the city because nobody that I know lives there anymore. So I could do that. Even though I am kind of narrowing down where I am. But so let's continue on down this list of things that they're saying. They requested all residents communicate with employees via phone, email, or text. I don't have anybody's phone number, but that's cool. I'm going to email them and I'm going to ask them about sending them the rent check because we're going to get to that in a moment. Limited maintenance work to emergency orders only, and requires maintenance workers to wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as gloves, booties, and masks. No, they haven't. That kid is walking around with bare hands, no mask on, nothing on his feet, and they're bleaching the fucking stairs. That's all they're doing. I have not seen one motherfucker around here break out a Lysol wipe.
And they don't even do our floor.
We do it. I've been doing it.
No, they don't even, come up with the bleach.
No, I'm talking about wiping down everything.
Yeah.
I've been doing it. Fuck that.
And also supposedly, Kadir,
Yeah. Cancel all residential events that were previously provided and shuttle services. Prevented sick vendors from entering the premises and offer online payment for monthly rent. I wear your booty as a mask. Someone I know lives in Waretown, and it's precisely where they're supposed to be. Collateral damage. That's okay. I didn't mention that. We'll forget about it. We'll breeze right past it. Recently, the governors of the state, because apparently there's more than one, are properties. Hold on. Did I read that right? Recently, governors of the states our properties are and have acted new and more restrictive measures to control the spread of the COVID-19. Therefore, due to this ongoing health emergency, property management will now be restricting any business invitee to only those deemed to be essential to their respective states. Now, I'm sure I know what they meant. They meant governors in the general area, like Connecticut, the governor of New York, the governor of Pennsylvania, and whatever other jerk-off state that we're surrounded by that I don't have to care about because I barely leave my apartment as it is, have all come together and they've all decided this is what we're going to do. We're all going to lock down our respective states, nobody in or out, all that nonsense. But okay, further, we restrict complying with all health mandates issued by federal and state governments, including but not limited to ensuring that there are no groups of 10 persons or more in any common area, and practice frequent cleaning and sterilization of all surfaces in common areas, except for when we leave a dirty Q-tip and a paper towel that looks like somebody blew their fucking face in and then left it there. except for that. And also to the scumbags that can't move not even, maybe a foot over more to get the garbage into the fucking can. One of these cunts out here actually tied their garbage off and just put it next to the mailboxes because they didn't want to walk over to the garbage cans. These are the type of people that we have to deal with around here. Given the emergency of this nature, that was my fuck up. That was my jelly donut. I own it. That was my fault. Given the emergency nature of the spread of this virus, additional restrictions limiting the access of others may be considered if compliance with all distancing requirements and sanitation efforts is not in evidence by everyone within the community. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that means we'll lock you in your fucking house. That's what that sounds like to me. Like we're going to lock you inside of your building if you don't do what we're telling you to do. I don't know that to be a fact, but that's what that sounds like. If you have a better idea of what you think that might be, but that's what it sounds like to me. If we do not pull together as a community, we may see shelter in place directives from the government. Everyone simply must comply to further spread the virus management. So, look, I'm with it 100%. I think people need to be careful. I don't think we want to spread this around. That's not what we want to do. However, people are. I gotta go back to the Men in Black quote, which I'm gonna pull up here in a second. If I could spell, which is a struggle for me. Here we go. All right, hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna share it because this right here is genius writing, and I believe it to being 100% factual. It's just how I feel. Maybe you feel different, but here we go.
At any given time, there are around 1,500 aliens on the planet. Most of them right here. All right, kid, here's the deal. At any given time, there are around 1,500 aliens on the planet. Most of them right here in Manhattan. And most of them are decent enough. They're just trying to make a living. Cab drivers. Not as many as you'd think.
Except the alien part.
Part don't have a clue. They don't want one or need one either. They're happy. They think they have a good bead on things.
We do. We think we do.
Big secret. People are smart. They can handle it.
Right here.
The person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals, and you know it.
1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
Hold on. What does it say? That's my jelly donut. What? Oh, dude, I can't read that. Which was JFK trying to say I'm a burliner, but in fact I was saying I am a jelly donut. This has been crawling from the deep. Okay. I don't know what any of that means, but unless the messing up of the words was because he had a bullet in his brain and he couldn't pronounce things properly. Poor guy. At least he doesn't have to worry about the cleanup, right? Because those stains are never going to come out of those seats.
The catch is you will sever every human contact.
Here we go.
Never know you exist anywhere.
That's like now. Ever.
I'll give you the sunrise to think it over.
Beautiful. I love that scene just because of how how legitimate it is. People are dumb. We panic a lot. Look, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I'm not scared. Of course I'm scared. And I know if I catch this shit, I'm probably going to die. But I mentioned this earlier. I think I had this already. Now I know what you're thinking. You said that was my jelly donut. Wasn't that a reference to something you said before? Yeah. Full Metal Jacket. But I don't know. Let's if I can. Damn, I can't highlight the comment to look it up. No, it was. I think the thing is lost on me because it's in writing and it's not. I couldn't hear the. Oh fuck! What was I gonna say? I think I had this back in December. I went to a Christmas party, a couple of them. If you listen to the Flesh Wound episode, I do talk about it because, you know, why wouldn't you? But somebody at that party gave me the HIV, right? And I don't know who it was, but when I came back, I was fucked up for probably a month. Real bad shape. I thought it was a reference to JFK because he misspoke once at a rally in Berlin. Oh shit! Look at you going deep, dude. I didn't even know that. I had no idea that he talked in Berlin. Although coincidentally enough, I do have a JFK speech on the computer, which I haven't used yet because I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. But it would have been helpful if I could have found that back when I was doing the conspiracy theory thing back in October of last year. But this shit has been going on for a while. So if you have not, I gotta put my deal on. There you go. Like we're like national news right here. We're like real time. Real deal shit. Look, you got the ticker on the bottom and everything. Streaming now. Rollerball episode 63. Available on iTunes, Anchor, FM, Spotify. Check your local podcast listings. New episodes Saturdays. Bro, come on, dude. What are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing? I know normally on a Saturday, maybe you go out, maybe you have a drink, you know, whatever you would do. In these times now, maybe you can't, well, you definitely shouldn't go out to a bar or try to do anything crazy like that. So why not instead? Oh man, I can't remember the name of the disease. Was it? Hold on. I'm gonna look this up. Hold on. When well, I spelled that all wrong. What's it called? I know there's a name for it. It's not GARP. I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was something else. Oh, whatever. It's lost. Forget it. Plumage, new. No. I don't know why I wanted to say it was malting. What the fuck is malting? Why do I keep thinking about that?
Malt.
Well, appreciate it, sir. That's not at all what. That's not what I thought it was. That's not what I thought it was. The ticker and the chat comments and stuff. This is cool shit. Does YouTube just provide this stuff now? No, I'm actually using a website called StreamYard, which allows you to connect to, I believe, I want to say 2 platforms at once. So you can stream to YouTube and Facebook if you wanted to. I'm going just strictly to YouTube, but it basically does what Google Hangouts used to do, except with this, you get a ticker with the comments that pop up on the side. I can click on any of them and I can show them for any amount of time that I wanted to. If we were in the middle of a conversation and you were making a good point, which is a cool thing to do. There are several different banners that you could use. Like I can have these two up at one time if I wanted to plug the Twitter, or I can change the banner to this in the middle of it. Laughing at Birds Podcast, Instagram at Laughing Birds Pod, on Twitter at Laughing Birds, and I can have that scrolling down the bottom as well. They did recently add a green screen feature, but I think you have to have separate technology to be able to use that. So we don't have that ability. I did check and see, right? It's cool and it's free. They give you 20 hours of live streaming that you can use a month. And apparently, I am in the elite of, I think, 5% or 25% of people that will use 20 hours of live streaming within a month. I mean, I've done it in under a week at times, not intentionally. I got a green screen, but I reckon you need 2 lights to use it. Proper like studio lighting, which I don't have. Yeah, I mean, you probably do, but it would be a cool thing to try to figure out how to do one day. I mean, I know the VSDC also has that too. But I mean, that's with the unlocked version and all that shit, which I don't have any of that. Oh my God, I thought about that. I just thought about that yesterday. Can you imagine if you're in a like a new relationship? Your honeymoon phase is going to be over real quick. When you're quarantined in a house with somebody, you get to learn real fast whether or not you're actually going to like that person. Speaking of which, my psychopath doctor's office still has an appointment set up on the 3rd for me to go to. Actually, I'm going to look up and see if I want to see if I can find out why did they close the one office, because they called me and they told me that the one office was closed that I don't usually go to anyway. Online and in-person pain clinic. Well, please. Although I really would. I'm about to tell these people, like, look, dude, we could do this on Skype, okay? I know all you want me in person for is to count my pills, which I understand. A lot of Gen C babies being made this month with the lockdown. Is that what the new one is gonna be called? Why would it be Gen C or is Generation Corona? Maybe. I guess that's why. Oh, and speaking of which, you just reminded me, Demos. I have to let me close that tab because I don't need the world knowing what fucking doctor I go to. It's not that, you know, a couple of you guys I don't think would be a problem, but it's the strangers that I don't know that worry me. You know, I don't want them to know where I'm at, where I'm going, because, you know, with all the shit that I say, somebody is going to have a serious issue with it, and they could come and snipe me right in the middle of the doctor's office. I could be thinking there's a German guy sitting next to me reading the paper, and the next thing I know, he's got the fucking silencer pointed at me, and it's over for me. By the way, 518. We're moving up in the world, man. That's a big deal. I appreciate it. But I need all of you, if you listen to the podcast, I don't care if you listen to it on YouTube. That's what I put it there for. Do me this solid. Go to iTunes, go to Spotify, go to anchor.fm and rate the podcast. You will be doing me a service, because the more people do that, we get pushed in algorithms, and then other people will know that the show exists. Now, obviously, I know it's a pain in the ass. If you don't have the app already in your phone, don't worry about it. Just stop at the website. It's perfectly fine. You could do that shit. Look, I'll pull up Anchor as well, just to show you. Look, we're going to view the public site so you can see what you're looking at. Well, we'll get there. I have Anchor already pulled up, so we'll get there in a second. But I wanted to see. We're going to go over the YouTube channel, and I'm going to take a look and see why is this video not here. These are all, by the way, if you're bored and you want a good laugh and you want to cringe a little bit, you could check out some of the stuff that I did. This is the first shit that I put up on this YouTube channel, some of these terrible beats that I have made from back in 2012, whatever the fuck it was. Like, I could show you some of these, but right now we're looking for the GTA. Let's see if we can find it. Damn, that's pretty good. That re-upload got 42 hits. That's not bad. They are fucking me with the numbers. 100%, dude. These numbers should be triple what they are, but that's fine. Don't even worry about it. I don't care. Yeah, dude, come on. Get the fuck out of here. Should be triple. And I'm just bouncing back and forth to make sure nothing's going on in the chat while I'm doing this. I definitely didn't take down the Grand Theft Auto unless they took it down, because I have been getting videos flagged recently. Because I haven't touched any of this old shit. I've just left it all there. The only thing that I've deleted off of the channel is the early episodes of the podcast to protect certain parties that were involved. And that's it. Everything else that I've done, I've just kind of left alone. Everybody hates it. Good, fuck them two guys. Yeah, look at this. See? Black Sabbath, Paranoid, blocked. Crazy Train, blocked. I'm definitely missing some videos. I think there was more here than what I'm looking at. English Frank. Well, we gotta fix this. There's no thumbnail on it. Save. I'm gonna pop a thumbnail on this motherfucker right now. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Where'd it go? And I was going to come in here and... Nah, what's the point? Leave it alone. Who cares? Okay, now we're going through still. I mean, we're only in December. Dude, the amount of videos I used to put out is disgusting. There's no reason for anybody to do this amount of shit ever. Holy Christ. 4 videos a day. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It should have been here already. What the fuck is going on? Why are there cars beeping out in front here like I live in New York fucking City?
Because they're beeping at Jews.
I guess. You hear that, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Do you guys hear that at all or no?
Oh, a party band. A birthday party.
Are you fucking serious?
5 cars. Yeah.
These fucking jerk offs are having a fucking party.
Oh, that's the one that's over here, Kevin.
Crack that window a little bit so they can hear this. Oh, I'm about to yell out my window. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Bro, if y'all get me sick, I'm gonna fucking be pissed, dude. Yeah, great time to throw a party, retard. Stupid motherfucker. Fuck out of here, bro.
I know that they can hear you down there because
Trying to conduct the podcast up here, if you don't mind. Appreciate it. Some of us are trying to entertain people, goddammit.
they're trying not to get corona.
Fucking selfish pricks. Welcome to New Jersey, fuckface.
And more cars are going.
Look, dude, I wish I could have pulled the fucking computer around and show you
No, you
this. There
would've
had
got
to
a
be at
glare.
least 20 cars.
You would have got a glare.
At least 20 cars.
Oh, it's the St. Patty's thing? Parade? Because they have happy,
Dude, this is
Something.
bananas, dude.
but they're missing letters.
Are we fucking serious? These rich cunts are gonna kill us all. That's what's
Look,
gonna
it's
happen.
The party thing again. They're just going in a circle.
Some handicapped guy was screaming out of his window. I don't know what's going on.
The one with the sex positions in his window.
Yeah. Fucking. Can you do game streams? Seem like it might be a good alternative content. Fuck. You should do game streams, dude. Well, the problem is I don't know how I would do that. I mean, I could easily just set the computer up and show the game footage, but I don't have the setup.
Can we use the aux cord?
Well, I would need a camera.
I can see if Kadira has that piece that I need for my camera.
Well, I would need, yeah, because I would need one camera filming my dumb face, I think, right? Because this is how this works.
Yeah.
You need one camera facing me and the other one facing the game. I don't have anything new. I have a Nintendo 64, which
PlayStation 2.
I can't play any of that stuff though, because I need a HDMI cable, I think, to hook it into the flat
No,
screen.
Let me work on that because I think I could, figure it out.
Yeah.
Because there are people that have old consoles hooked up to their smart TVs.
But I would do that. I've thought about it. I think that would be fun to do.
Because you need a camera on you, a camera, well, you probably can hook up the laptop to the TV.
Yeah, but this is a older laptop. It's not. I don't think it has the.
It has multi-screens that you
I know. I'm saying I don't think it has the ability to be able to handle something that strong. Yeah, dude, this should have been on here already. I think they must have pulled it down.
I'm going Walker.
All right. Old games still big on here. Don't gotta be new. I mean, unless I just put it towards I can always just record the game footage, and then just add video audio onto it later. I could easily use that for a podcast, or I could try to talk while I'm playing. But I know, I don't know, some people. Wow, really? Cass is dead? Blocked my video? I mean, whatever, dude. You're only hurting yourself. It's just us, nobody else. You're only making it harder on yourself. Isn't it terrible that every time I say something like that, I think about that line in a song? Holy shit. That one video from Ukraine has up to 5,000. It has to be more than that because every time I pull my YouTube channel on, more people are watching that video for some reason. Well, yeah, that kid that did that picture is long gone. That motherfucker said, "Oh, you're not doing reaction videos anymore? Go fuck yourself. I'm out." Well, that's all right. We got cool shit still anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like that one right there. And then there's yeah, see, there's the podcast. It definitely should have been up. They must have taken it down. Because I know I didn't delete it. This is stupid. Although I can't even, the sad part is I can't even play that game because that was the CD that I had. That was I was playing that game on Jen's laptop, the one that she's using now. Which I don't know how the hell I managed to produce anything with that computer. How slow that is compared to this one. I mean, I know I have to get an updated one, but this one does what it needs to do, which I'm extremely happy to have. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say anything bad about it. But yeah, dude, we're going into March. It should have been up. That was when I was watching rugby games, but that got blocked. Partially blocked in some countries. Rugby's an interesting sport. Oh, come on, you fucking fairies. Dude, people don't understand good entertainment, man. Or like whatever. Not everybody's gonna get it. It's not their fault. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. This is crazy. Yeah, dude, it's gotta be. YouTube might be just tailoring my own content, dude. Like, they're not even. You see that? 64 dislikes. You can always download an emulator for the PC. What the hell is that? What does an emulator do? Is that like a processing program thing? Dude, you never know what's going to hit and what's not. It's very odd. Yeah, dude, they must have taken that shit down because there's no way we would have seen it by now. Oh, there's Jen. Payphones. Toenail trophies. People did not like that one at all. That clip. Look, oh, you're terrible for that. No, I'm not. That's what it is. That sucks, though, man. But you know what? If I can figure it out, it tricks the game into thinking that your PC is a console. Oh, shit. That sounds awesome. I should definitely... Wait, why do I have that up twice? Oh, no. One's audio, one's video. Okay. Yeah, dude, they must have screwed me. Because there's... And she calls... Knowing I'm doing this, she's calling me. Huh? Yeah, I know, I can see you. What, you trying to see if you can hear me? Hold on. We're gonna do a real old school fucking Jersey, New York style. I can hear you. No. And that's not even yelling. You heard that? Yeah. Okay, so I know that everybody that I was yelling at that was passing heard me. Well, I hope they all enjoyed it. Oh shit, I better close the window then. What? Alright, can you hear it now or no? Can you hear it now or no? Yeah, okay, good. That's good, I guess. Alright. Alright. Bye. Well, now I know that every time a window has even been cracked, everybody in the fucking apartment complex can hear what I'm saying. Can only imagine. You know what, though, dude? I have... Well, let me... Before I forget, let me show this. Oh, here comes the cops. You motherfuckers thought you were going to be cute and throw a party. Now here comes the 5-0. And they ain't coming to get me. They'll knock on my door. Like, excuse me, sir. We heard that some scum crossed the street from the people that make decisions around here. You were yelling at them. Is that true? But, you know, look, here's the setup for Anchor. If you've never been, anchor.fm/laughing@birds. Now, it automatically has the Spotify right there because Spotify bought Anchor, in case you didn't know. You can support it right here, apparently. Even send a message directly. You got the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube, all right there. And if you don't like the way that the Anchor is set up, you can always click on Apple, Breaker, Castbox, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, or I guess wherever else that it may be. But you can see it's all right here. All the episodes are right there. And the other ones are already scheduled to come out for when they do come out. Let's get rid of that tab. But playing games wouldn't be a bad idea. Although, the more I think about it, I don't know, man. Volume could be a problem. As far as the way that the sound is. Because when I'm in here, the sound bounces off of the walls decently enough where it's not too crazy. If I go out there, it's going to sound like a nightmare. Oh, shit, what I press? Unless... see, now it's starting to get too complicated because I could go live on the Instagram, maybe, and do that. But look, I didn't talk in the other one, I don't think. It was just video game footage, which I know is not really interesting to some people. My friend, I almost said her name. Well, whatever. She knows who she is. If she hears this, she'll probably know I'm talking about her. But she told me, one of my friends told me a little while ago that she can't stand watching people play video games. Either she's playing them or she don't want to be involved in anything. But, I guess we'll see how it goes. I mean, the video that I put with Jen doing the jacket with the podcast audio over it did pretty well. 56 hits on YouTube. Holy shit. That Ginger video almost got 700 hits on it. Mumble rap one. That sucks though, man. They took the Grand Theft Auto down. Unless it was it under a live stream? Ah, man. Let's see. I don't think so. Because I know I did this a while. Yeah, but I didn't play it live, I don't think. Yeah, that's testing Hangouts. Gotta try first, worry later. That's true. That is true. That is really... No, there it is right there. That's why. It was under... This is it right here, I think. Maybe that's why? Because the language wasn't set for whatever reason. I don't know why. Let's take a look and see how bad this was. Yeah, this was one of the last things I think I did with Google Hangouts before it was shot. Choppy a little bit. and you can't hear a damn thing. Nothing is playing. You can't hear any of the audio at all. So that sucks. But I mean, now I have OBS, which I didn't have before. So maybe having this extra little bit of information about how this technology works, I could actually make it work better. Because you know what I'd love to do? I don't know, I gotta figure out how to do this shit. But yeah, that's why it was under live streams. So let's take a look. Not in the comments. I want to get to the regular details. I'll stick it in a playlist under live streams. Just so that it saves somewhere. So now let's make sure. Let's get out of here. We'll go to playlist. So we're going to make sure that it's there. I don't know why they're messing around with my shit. I guess they're just slowly working on taking away whatever they don't want. You know what sucks is that they don't have, that YouTube doesn't allow you to just play things anymore. If you're not active for a certain amount of time, it'll shut you off. And this is a playlist of all the live streams. Not all of them, but a lot of them that I did. Why is this in here? You don't belong in here. Get it out of here. Sneaking into places where it doesn't belong. There's been a bunch of them I probably forgot to add. What the fuck? Sam, you got your own channel, dude. Get out of here. Okay, yeah, so there you go. GTA is now in the playlist with the live streams. Oh my god, it's so crazy to think how far it's all come, and at the same time, not that far at all. I guess Joyner Lucas finally dropped his new album. I thought that came out already. Well, you know what? I did want to see this. While we're sitting here, we might as well. How you feel about Alice Little making a GoFundMe for out-of-work sex workers? Well, those are for only the people that are on in her place, right? Don't they got cameras? They can do cam girl shit. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they don't want to do that. Maybe their families don't know about what it is that they do, and it's rude for you to assume some shit like that. Well, you know what? I mean, I guess you go with what you know. There's still people too that need to work. And I guess they probably love this break if they can keep getting paid. So I mean, I don't mind it, but there are people that are in probably worse shape than them Or maybe they're in just as bad shape just because they're sex workers. I don't know why that makes it seem like it's any different from like a regular job. It's still a job. Arguably, their job is probably even harder, figuratively speaking. Just because I mean the shit that they must have to deal with, the smells and everything else, you coming up on a potential stalker anytime you go into work. And that's fucking rough. So I mean I guess that's cool that she does that. I mean, God knows she's got the fucking money, dude. I hope she donated to it as well. They make good money though. Do they need it? Well, see, that's if they're not currently making money, then I can see the point. But if they're still making money doing what they're doing, why the fuck do they need a GoFundMe? You don't need to GoFundMe. People like my mom who work check to check. She works in a fucking food store, barely able to keep 20 hours a week because the place is trying to keep it from closing its fucking doors. I mean, honestly, this coronavirus might be the only thing that keeps her in a job, but she's not going to fucking make it to retirement. She's got like 3 more years before she can actually retire, cash in her pension and all that bullshit. The other stores just closed. Everybody got fucked. They didn't get their retirement funds, nothing. They all got screwed. Those people need GoFundMes. But, you know, what the fuck? What do I know? I mean, look at this. Stand-up comedians are resorting to going out into the streets and doing fucking live shows. And this is just, I guess, to keep himself sane. Not even as a source of income. Definitely get his name out there. The day after the clubs close, I still need that live response. I'm an addict. So I go hit the streets of New York City with some COVID yucks. I'm lonely. Stay safe and spread the word, gang. Mazel. Marky, baby. You shouldn't have spaced your first name and your last name. It's going to fuck up your hashtag. But that's all right.
Hey, folks, I'm Mark Norman. Here we are in the streets of New York City. Hey, delivery! I'm working on my delivery too, buddy. Yes, all the comedy clubs have closed. I'm climbing the walls. I'm hitting the streets to tell some jokes about this pandemic. A lot of these have flew right over people's head. All right, let's go tell some jokes. This is Corona Comedy.
Man, this is exhausting. Right in the middle of doing some shit. It just decides I'm just not gonna work anymore. This is what we paying almost $80 a month for. I mean, fuck, dude. If you're making GoFundMe's for sex workers, why not start one for me so I can go to a dispensary? But then you probably have to claim that money, taxes. That would probably be a goddamn nightmare. Although it would get me off of at least one fucking prescription, unless I could find a doctor to work with me for the other one. Fuck, I don't know if I added the audio into this one. Screen share. Share audio.
Corona beer sales have plummeted just because of the name similarity which I don't get, because when OJ killed his wife, I didn't stop drinking orange juice. Yeah. Will Cook. Talking to the dog. Hold on, let me find some clean material. All jokes I've written.
Brutal. That was fucking great. Hold on.
Which I don't get, because when OJ killed his wife, I didn't stop drinking orange juice. Yeah. Will Cook. Talking to the dog. Hold on, let me find some clean material. All jokes I've written. Hey, the Corona bat. He's the new AIDS monkey. Jokes to the people. 'Cause the clubs are closed, and everybody needs a good chuckle. Right, ma'am? You know, I heard the cure
Oh
for
my
this thing
God.
is eating ass. That's why old people are all dying. Eating ass is the cure. That's why young people are staying strong. Yeah.
I'll die
So in
young.
China, the first dog has died of coronavirus.
What?
Now it's about time to take it for a walk.
Oh, Jesus.
Kevin Durant got tested positive for coronavirus. You know, NBA star. Magic Johnson said, he'll be fine. Magic Johnson said, he'll be fine. Yeah, thank God you guys are high. I need the people. I need the reaction.
One-on-one reaction?
Yes, it's dying. He's curious. He's got to sell drugs. How about
He's
this
gotta
big
sell
presidential
drugs.
Candidate, since they're all elderly, we get a guy with corona to cough on all of them. Whoever lives wins.
I like it.
Hey, all right. One toilet paper minimum for the show, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day. The first animal to go extinct after all this gonna be the social butterfly.
Ah.
That one is really.
Were they Chinese? I don't know. Social butterfly.
Fair.
We got a fair. Thanks. I'll be here all week on this corner. You can Venmo me at Kevin Hart. Thank you. I'll call you. That's a good-looking bitch. You know, they say a cough, you can get infected from a cough. Imagine what a queef can do.
Before I forget, for you to remind me, for my acrylic paints, to make them like fabric paint, we gotta get, I think he said, all-purpose
Who?
paint. You know, some guy that's making Sunflower's jean jacket,
Mm.
and he's using acrylic paints.
So he has all flour to it?
No. All-purpose.
All-purpose flour.
No, medium. Paint medium.
Paint? What the fuck is a paint medium?
It should be in the acrylic section, and the fabric section
Okay.
it looks like white glue, and it just has colored dots all around it, like it's loading.
I mean, there it is.
None of them look like the one that he has.
Well, I'll look it up more thoroughly.
Because you know those bigger acrylic paints that I always wanted to get.
Yeah.
Like, it's like in that size container, and it's all white,
Mm.
and even the band is white, and then it just has some lettering, and then the colored dots around it.
I'll look when this video is done.
Yeah.
See what it is.
Well, he said that that's really good for
Call you.
making acrylic paints.
That's a
Or,
good-looking
you know,
bitch.
any type
You know, they say
of, paints into fabric paints, kind of.
Mm.
cough, you can get infected from a cough. Imagine what a queef can do. Imagine what a queef can do.
What the fuck is that?
Imagine what a queef can do. A queef.
A what?
Is that a generation?
No, I think that's pretty. It's timeless. Whoop. Hey, free comedy, much like Amazon. I'm working on my delivery. Okay,
Is that a joke?
my dad.
Is
he's
that
lot
a
of touch.
joke? Oh my
He said no
god.
more handshakes, just fist me.
Just
fist me. Well, after that, I definitely got it. Oh, here comes my ride.
Dude, Mark, don't get sick, bro. Wait, what happened? Directed by director of photography, cast Mark Norman, Kevin Hart, teenagers, hi teenagers. Big thanks to the people of New York City. Stay safe, folks.
Done today. Finished. Everything closed.
Everything's closed. Oh, like some of those are rough, but that's the beauty of comedy, man. You got to work it out. They all can't be gems just right off of the top. Yeah, I was talking to the dog. Priceless. I thought you had corona because you were dying out there. This Kevin Hart guy is amazing. Dude, I mean, he's a really, you know what? I'm going to pull up because if you watch that, you might be like, oh, this guy's not that funny at all. What the fuck? Well, I don't know what I was trying to spell there. I'll show you a bit because at least I'm not taking anything away from him. Come on, man. What the fuck? I just seen it not that long ago. It was at the Comedy Cellar. Is this it?
Like my ex-girlfriend, she liked to use a vibrator in the bedroom while I watched. Pretty hot, but after a while, you feel a little obsolete. Felt like I was an employee at CVS and she was using the self-checkout.
This is not it. This is not the one. There's a certain one I was looking for, and of course now I can't find it. What the fuck? Whatever. We'll see the new one. What's the new one all about?
Just a night out on the hog. Hey, Mark Norman here from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm a comedian mediocre. I had a weird upbringing. Dad got a wild hair up his ass and bought a dilapidated mansion in a poor black neighborhood.
Got robbed all the time.
Area of New Orleans. There was no food in my house going as a kid, so I'm obsessed with free food. I got a pretty good gag now that works. I go up to tables and I go, up. You guys all done here? Let me clear some of this out. And no one ever goes, you work here? No one questions you. So some guys got 6 wings left out of 12. I got 6 wings. Or a shrimp is good, skewer. I mean, look at this. Got some snack pack here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, there's a Kind bar there. See, I mean, there's craft service out there. And on the way out, I'll fill the other pockets. I was a waiter at a Mexican restaurant. Low self-esteem, alcoholic, degenerate, rudderless, going nowhere. And one of the other waiters said, I'm doing this open mic. You should come do it. And it was 3 hours away. And I remember thinking, well, I won't know anybody over there. I'll try it. So I got blackout drunk and did this open mic, and it went okay. I had a yeast infection at the time from a real trollop I was pounding. And I talked about the yeast on stage, and it went pretty well, and I was hooked. That was it.
How do you like
Moved to
that?
New York with a couple guys. We had no money. We lived way out in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, way out.
No
And I got
idea where
mugged
that
3
is.
times in a year. Landlord died of AIDS, and I got bed bugs. This city was trying to. It was ugly.
What the hell, dude? Bro, that sounds like the place I used to live in, where the landlord was a goddamn drug dealer. That guy was selling coke, heroin, mushrooms, ecstasy, you fucking name it. That dude had it. Like, people didn't go, oh, let me go stop off at the plug. Then let me see if the fucking landlord's home. It's crazy. I have to get into that fucking story one of these days, dude, because I'm gonna forget it.
If you could see my apartment, it'd be embarrassing. I got stacks of notes up to here, but just tons of written jokes that never worked. Pieces of paper strewn about. I look like Howard Hughes. I got piss in a jar, and that's pretty sad. I mean, just this booklet. This booklet is filled up. I got duct tape holding that together, and then these are all just jokes, joke ideas. 99.8% of these have gone nowhere, but you got to try them all. You never know what'll stick. Yeah. Oh, that's a man's phone number.
Sounds familiar.
Stand-up's its own thing. You got to be a special kind of crazy. It's got to be in you. You got to want it. You got to need it. It's a long game, folks. So if you're not ready to dive all the way in and give up your regular life, then this ain't for you, fatty. So hit the bricks, Dickless comedy.
All right, hold on. He can say dickless, but he can't say fuck. That don't make sense.
And right now for Mark Norman, everybody, come on for Mark!
Hey, comedy, huh?
Hey.
Seeing a nice lady, met a girl in that Jewish app. What's that Jewish app called? The Jewish one, the other one, PayPal. Yeah, going pretty well. Yeah. We had a pregnancy scare recently, so we got a couple pregnancy tests just to be sure, you know. When she wasn't looking, I peed on one. Yeah. Came up positive. That's weird. So I Googled it, said I might have testicular cancer. I was like, well, shit, still better than a kid. That's the one good thing about cancer. If you get rid of it, nobody judges you. Right? Huh. Yeah, because people get all religious with abortion. Hey, God, when you have a baby. It's like, well, you also want people to have cancer. Well, that's different. Cancer will ruin your life. I don't know.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. My gal's fun, though. She likes to do stuff in public. That's cool. Although it gets you into some weird scenarios. One time we were at a grocery store. She stuck her butt out in the aisle, and I spanked it. And the 6-year-old kid runs up and he goes, what'd she do? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, is she a bad girl? I'm like, she's a bad girl, all right. That's when I realized me and this kid are saying the exact same thing, but having a completely different conversation. You know? He's like, is she naughty? I'm like, oh, she's naughty. He's like, does she have a lot of toys? I'm like, her bedroom's full of toys. He's like, you should do what my parents do to me when I'm in trouble. I'm like, what's that? You should use her toys in front of her. I'm like, damn, maybe I will. Wow, this kid's filthy. We didn't have a ton of money when I was growing up. We played board games in my house. Ugh. Remember Clue? Yeah. Clue sucked. Professor Plum in the study
with the candlestick.
That's not relatable. Who's dying from a candlestick? You got to update that stuff. Make it stuff that kills people now, you know? Fentanyl. All right, peanuts.
Jesus.
Yeah, update it. Timmy in the trailer with the Tide Pod. Thanks a lot. I'm Kevin Hart.
What the fuck? Weird shit, man. That's not what I was looking for. The other one he was telling that grape juice joke is a fucking goddamn killer, dude. Pretty sure that's what it was. This material was recorded before the Comedy Cellar temporarily suspended shows on March 15th. Oh my God. Dude. Yeah, give him a fucking Netflix special already, you cunts. What the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you waiting for? There's a lot of people. You know, I had a 2-hour conversation, not yesterday, the day before. Me and Doug talked for 2 fucking hours just about stand-up comedy, and we literally just went through Netflix, and honestly, it would have been a dope podcast, but the way conversations work sometimes is you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna fucking record this now. That's weird. You gotta have private moments in private life, but you know, so you can come on and talk about them later, apparently. But you know, we went through separately, you know, the entire catalog of Netflix comedy specials and just talked about comedians. This person's good, this person sucks. You know, like what? It's wild. The thing, like, we went deep, dude. We covered pretty much everybody, which is insane. Found out there's a lot of differences. I mean, not like crazy amounts, but you know, he don't like Jim Norton's comedy. I think Jim Norton's fucking great. So, you know, that's the one difference. I mean, I guess that's not. Plus, what the fuck? I pull up Men in Black just by chance, and now fucking Joyner Lucas is popping up on my goddamn YouTube feed talking about Men in Black. Does he have a full set? Still remember finding a comedian and they only had 3 to 5 minute sets. No, this dude has put out albums before. Let's just sing. Let's see what comes up. Anything? It's the fucking worst. Searching and shit is the fucking worst, dude. Oh, wait, here we go. Getting sidetracked again. There's another video, apparently, that you put out an hour ago. Of what? I have no idea. So, let's see. This is a sizzle from a reality show I pitched last year. No one wanted. Oh.
Oh, hey, TV people. I'm Mark Norman.
Mark Normand is a stand-up comedian, and he's very good at what he does.
Please welcome Mark Norman.
People always say to me, Mark, gotta be more confident. Then they say, Mark, gotta be yourself. I'm like, well, you gotta pick one.
When it comes to making people laugh, Mark Normand knows exactly what he's doing.
Who is the best young up-and-coming comic?
Nice.
Mark Norman. I like him. Keep an eye out for him.
However, when it comes to everything else in Mark's life,
Mark Norman sucks.
Mark Norman
Who the fuck
sucks
is
at
that?
everything. Mark Norman needs help.
Mark Norman needs help.
Mark Normand needs help. For example, these are
Hold on. Is that fucking Amy Schumer? Holy shit, man. Wow.
Mark Normand needs help.
Accepting a compliment. Use conditioner. Be assertive. Say for a
example.
rainy day. Act interested in what somebody's saying. Open a bank account. Order off a menu. Be punctual. Care for a child.
These are just some of the things that every 35-year-old adult should be able to do. And Mark can't figure out how to do any of them.
He's right. I can't.
But there is some good news. We'll let Stephen Hawking explain.
There are an infinite number of universes, and each one of those infinite universes contains an infinite number of realities. That can only mean one thing. There are an infinite number of different Mark Normans out there in the multiverse, who are completely embarrassed by this loser and motivated to help him finally get his shit together.
Each week on Mark Normand Needs Help, Mark Normand lives his life as a comedian in New York City, and each week he'll encounter a situation that he is simply not prepared for.
You've never been to a bris before?
Haven't been.
Oh, Mark, you're gonna love it, man.
All right.
That's when one of the
Understanding Jewish
infinite number
culture.
of Mark Normand shows up to teach this poor guy exactly what he needs to do.
Don't look right at it. And in 10 minutes, we get to stuff our face with bagels and lox. Don't look at the baby's dick, and we get to eat. I got it.
Hey, stay with me. Let's say Mark Normand was going to pitch a television show.
Mark, your agent tells me you have a great idea.
All right. It's about me. I'm clueless. I'm a big fucking moron. That's your show.
I like it.
Thank you so much for coming in, Mark. It's great to see you.
Long before it got to this, a different version of Mark Normand from an alternate universe who knows exactly how to handle this specific situation would appear to save our boy's skin.
We have a 4-quadrant appeal.
How the fuck do they do this? How do you do this? How are there two guys that are the same person on the thing at the same time? I saw that Zach Galifianakis did this in baskets. It blows my mind, dude. I don't understand it. I'm sure it's probably very easy, and people are like, wow, what an asshole. You don't understand this. But I think it's so cool they're able to fucking do this.
And that spans across all gender, racial, and sexual identities. You know, we've got 4-quadrant appeal.
Let's go straight to series on this thing.
Now you're talking.
No matter the issue, Mark's got a guardian angel from another dimension there to help him and teach us. One story a week, lots of laughs, and plenty of important information.
So, how was that?
It was so good. Where'd you learn that from?
Well, I just got some pointers from a alternate version of myself from another universe.
Listen.
Mark Normand Needs Help, a high-concept comedy about a low-functioning comedian.
I think he means me.
You know what? I'll help you out, fatty. How about that? Let's tweet this cocksucker out so that nobody will watch it. Did everything just freeze up on me? Yep. I think it did. Supposedly is up and going. Let's take a look and find out. There's no rent freeze. What the fuck are you assholes talking about? I still gotta pay my rent, but I'm not getting booted out. There he is. Oh yeah, I should pull up the Twitter just to show you. Should have pitched it to Adult Swim. I mean, they need shows, dude. Adult Swim, you need fucking shows, bro. Mark's sitting right there. What the fuck? Why not? So look, it's right here. Share it. Do all that bullshit. And look, then on top of that, you get a fucking clip of next week's podcast. Tag Adult Swim. Brilliant fucking idea. You know what? Copy. Tweedly. I thought I said out of content. I tag this fuck ass in this. Well, I don't know who the fuck you are, but that's not the right person at all. So that you get the extra hit to your fucking deal there. Oh, did I fuck it up? Yeah, right? I don't know. Hopefully it works. I mean, I'm nobody. If I had more people behind me, it might actually make a difference. Show us your shelves. No thanks. How about no? Ah, fuck. There you go. Comedy gold. And we gotta hit him with one final thing to make it official here. I don't know if he'll have one. I don't think so. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but spell right, you fucking idiot. No, that's not gonna work either. We gotta pick out something. They still partying. I have no idea. I don't know where they went. All I know is there was about 20 cars that went through here and disappeared someplace. Have no idea where they're going. That might be better. I can't see. I don't know why she put the fucking... Holy shit. Now I got my eyeballs back. I don't know why. That's the best thing ever right there. I don't care what anybody says. No, I haven't heard shit that he did on that first garbage single that he put out that I refuse to be a part of, but I will check it out. There you go. Beautiful. Let's get rid of this extra shit. This just popped up. I only heard the first single off of this album, and I hate it because I don't like when he does that auto-tune bullshit because I know that he has a fucking skill set. Like, use it, dude. What the fuck are you doing? But let's see. I'm not gonna judge it yet. Oh, well, too late. Come on, dude. Enough already.
I think I'm a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flick, I load up the film. I got me some paper, hired a butler and got me a waiter. I wanna get married, but none of my shorties remind me of Jada. Or maybe I'm just too afraid to settle. I wish I was planning it different. I think it's a phase. I'm very conditioned. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm scared of commitment. I'm very conflicted. I got the drip and I'm saucy. Ooh, ADHD, I'm a bad boy. I think I might just pull up in a Rari. Ooh, I might just skirt up the Philly. They call me Big Willie. I think I might Larry. Ooh, ain't nothing much you can tell me. I blew through a million, threw me a party. Ooh, I know I'm the one. Damn it, I made it. I look at my son. I feel like I'm dreaming. He truly a blessing. I'm really elated. I pray that he grow up like Willow with Jaden. I know that he will. I hope he look up to me like we used to look up to Phil. I know that it's real. I lay a brick at a time for something I know I can build. I learned it from Will. I know ain't nothing gonna set us back. You take it from me, I get it back. Me and my homies forever strapped. We roll up on them like Men in Black. I blow your chest to your head and back.
Okay.
I think I done made a mess. I'm in Cali with a vest. That's the Wild Wild West. I told my homies I'm good with the labels. I don't need to sign the dots. They must not know me. They cannot control me because I ain't no iRobot.
Okay.
I grew up on a legend and I gotta show it. I learned a lot from him and I owe it. Homie's my idol and don't even know it. Ooh. I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex. They told me to chill. I'm making a flip.
Not impressed.
Flick, now load up the film. I'm going back to Miami to meet with the cartel. All of you
No, you're
rappers
not.
be running around telling shark tales. I was trying to make a flip when y'all was doing cartwheels. The pursuit of happiness, I was rock bottom. Now I'm out spending large bills. And I got a shorty who's stuck in a bubble, but I'm still in love with her hustle. Her body banging, but she don't stop talking. I wish that she come with a muzzle. I don't know if I'm in love with the pieces or I'm just in love with the puzzle. But I had to leave it cause I know these girls these days ain't nothing but trouble. I know I'm the one. Damn it, I made it. Now look what I done. I feel like I'm dreaming. I count on my blessings. I'm really elated. I know I am legend. I wanted to make it. I know that it's real. I hope they look up to me like.
I mean, I appreciate the video, but I can't, it doesn't do anything for me. The video is cool, but that's about it. Is that the point? I don't understand. Is this what it's coming to now?
We used to look up the field, I know that you will. I lay a brick at a time for something I know I can build. That's how we leave an impression. Yes, I believe in expression. I got some secrets and weapons that might just leave a concussion. Give me 3 wishes, I think I'm Aladdin, but there ain't no genie to bless us. I ain't had nothing, just me and the heater at night if you sleep on the dresser. I cannot fold, I hit on my goals, I did it with pride. Ain't nothing worse than losing your hero and couldn't say bye. And we never know just when it's our time, and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look, here go a toast, so give them a rose while they still alive. I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I wasn't blessed with no Uncle Phil. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex, they told me to chill. I'm making a flip, my life is a flick.
Let's see what the other one is about. I'm not impressed. I like the video, but I mean, and so we need to have a conversation soon, tomorrow or later this week. So I'm listening, dude. You want to hop in? Let me know. I'll give you the fucking link.
It's my birthday, I'm about to get lit. Might blow a bag on the drip. Make it all back on the quick flip. Ayy, I just need cake and a thick bitch. Ayy, I ain't have much, just a wish list. Not a broke nigga doing big shit. I got the gun locked loaded, I'm ignorant. So keep one eye open like Slick Rick. I got the drip game nigga on the big man. Switch lanes on him, hit the mid range. Keep the big strap on me like a hitman. It go click clack, Willow while a big bang. I ain't never been shit, ain't shit changed. The niggas get lame when you get fame. Can't sleep at night till I get brains. Got a mean ass pipe in a dick game. I got a bitch on my sofa. I got a chip on my shoulder. You gotta live with your karma. And if you get hurt, then you got what you supposed to. I got hitters all over. Told them this is all over. I take the kids on drugs, line them all up and get them all sober. I got a little check that I cashed out, ayy. Credit card maxed out, ayy.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm not buying into this industry fucking bullshit, bro. If you're like, dude, forget it. I get it, dude. You want to make money, fine. But how you gonna come out with some shit like I'm not racist or Frozen or even fucking, you know what? Here's a fucking song. Here's a fucking song for you. Here's a fucking song for you. What happened to this?
Intervention for these weak niggas run around, jump around like this shit is sweet, but they funny style. Settle down, motherfucker, class is a session. Settle down.
Listen to the difference.
You should get about that bullshit, just point me to the good shit. She just wants some good dick, I'll show you where to
Wait.
put it. So sick of all your fussing, I shoulda, coulda, wished it. I've been cursing like a ignorant, and my auntie told me different, that's that ratchet. Bitch and ghetto
Hold on.
fabulous. Broke as hell the whole year, and boss so hard with taxes. I felt like a grown man,
on.
but now it's just a bastard hiding condoms in my mattress, trying to figure out how to catch a bitch attention. I've been dreaming like a Malcolm, scheming like I'm browsing, grinding times 1,000. I've been flying like a falcon over water under bridges. This beat is too ridiculous. Fuck around and break a mirror. I ain't in the superstition. I'm as with the game is missing. This the main invention. This is fucking homework. I hope you paid attention. I've been playing, you've been bitching. These fuckers need attention or suspension. There's some counseling, some joint intervention.
See what I mean? Like, it's like the lyrics don't blow your socks off, dude, but it's still skillful. I don't have a subject, just enjoy when we do them, but I got a shower and stuff in a bit, so that's why I said tomorrow or maybe next week. All right, whatever, yeah, we'll figure it out, dude. Put user in timeout. I'm gonna put myself in timeout. What kind of dumb shit is that? Trying to take my comment off.
Show the Aquilina. Bunch of niggas thirsty, go drink some Aquafina. Bunch of men that act like females, so go drink some Lamarita with your bitch ass. White on white like riff rap. Shine so bright, my whip dash, and they kill my swag on impact. And I die, what the hell got sent back? And they sent my ass to the med lab, and now I feel like Hope with a pin pad and 2 lightning bolts with a wind pass. You don't look at me, I'm hype with a game like this. Hip flow tight, but it ain't like this. It feel like that, then it ain't my shit, but I frame my pick and an 8x10 and I made my bed. Don't lie about me. She don't suck dick, that's fine by me. Cause I got chicks in the vibe by me, but I honk your home when you ride by me, but I high five me when the game's in session.
See, I didn't even know that there was an album in between the 508 album and the ADHD album. There was no press for this at all, other than the backwards video, but I thought that was off of the ADHD album. That's what I thought the fuck was going on. This track actually showed up underneath all of that. Daylight the Cure. You love this guy. In love with this guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's good, dude, but I mean, fuck, bro.
The irony of those. The metal and earth settling cold. The mineral through every element stole. They still doing it. Who in the synagogue have sent God unmelanated? We celebrate the returns of those who burn us. I celebrate that turner, nigga. Turn up those who in a vegetable state. Gotta awake, gotta awake. Inside of me, oh, this what got you awake. Got you a lake full of mako sharks. Take 5.
See, I'm bored, though. At the same time, there's got to be a happy medium. Just like some diabolic shit, too, though. Let me explain to you what I'm talking about. And even though this faggot's probably going to block it anyway. Hold on, let me pull it up. Just as an example. Because this shit gets boring after a while. Hold on. We'll go back to this daylight shit in a second. Who's your GOAT? Paz? No. Paz is definitely not. He's good. He's not the best ever. No fucking way. That's reserved for Pac and Big. Obviously. I mean, I already had this conversation. He's in my top 10 for sure. As far as new age rappers, I mean, he's better than all this mumble rap shit. But look, check this out, dude. I'm gonna fucking... And I got no problem with Diabolic either, but the flow gets boring to me. All of it does, I guess. But I'm cranky, dude. Basically is what's happening here. But look, check this out. You'll see how it's similar. You're going to hate this because he's not fucking sunshine and rainbows every second that he's talking, but just check it out anyway.
Money, y'all. Tools for the show and fact. Breeze for the loaded gat. You hold when you wrote your raps. I ain't holding back no more. If the flow is whack, I'm flying off the handle like the barrel from a broken bat. Anybody popping slick shit's getting helicopter lifted to the top of district hospitals for a doctor visit. While it's optimistic's opposite, apocalyptic. Brainstorm, make it rain, drop acidic, toxic liquid. I'll knock you bitches into next week with a haymaker and straight razor your face when you land 7 days later.
See what I mean? Like, okay, that's good, but how long can you listen to that for? Before eventually it all sounds like the same shit. And I know I'm contradicting myself with the last thing I said. So wait, do you want flow or do you want lyrics? Make up your mind, because you can't have both. Well, why can't I? I don't understand. But I'm not turning this into a fucking music thing. Snake the Ripper is nice too. Enjoyed his Mad Child diss. I didn't know him and Mad Child had beef. What is this about? I had no idea. Assisted suicide. I didn't want to turn this into a fucking music thing. God damn it.
I have nothing but respect for the Stompdown Killers movement. For there to ever be any sort of weird thing going on between Stompdown Killers and Maxwell would be absolutely ridiculous. So for us to ever even think of going against each other would be absolutely ridiculous. Snack the Ripper is an amazing MC.
Yo. So I'm just sitting in my house, right?
I like the beat so far.
Minding my own fucking business, taking a shit. My boy sends me a screen capture, this motherfucker Mad Child talking some shit on the internet. 2 minutes later, the post is removed. 5 minutes later, this motherfucker's calling my homies to apologize. Yo, you a motherfucking bitch. First off, let me say I ain't doing this for publicity. Listen to me, let me give these fans a little history. This faggot Mad Child thought it was smart to start dissing me. You just stepped in a puddle on a spark of electricity.
Excuse me. I don't know if you know this, but y'all sound exactly the same. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that before, but you and Mad Child sound exactly the fucking same. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
It ain't a mystery, the guy's a snake. Telling your fans that you ain't high, but that's entirely fake. I hear the same shit from show promoters all the time. How you begging them for blows so you can cut another line. Doing drugs is just fine, but you betray a facade. But you were strong enough to quit, but what you claiming is fraud. Go delete another tweet and start praying to God. Cause when I see you in the street, I'm dislocating your jaw. I feel bad for smoking prayers, what the fuck do you do? Wake up one day and decide to fuck over your crew. I got respect for my elders, but you're an old cunt that deserves to get punched right out of your gold fronts. Hair plugs, Botox, man, that shit is priceless. Drive a car you can't afford, midlife crisis. You fuck groupies too young to get the license. The reason that you fled Canada on ISIS. Alzheimer's just sad and alone. He can't remember any lyrics, so he's grabbing his phone. But what's worse now, your cover is blown. With your Louis Vuitton purse and your Italian cologne. I can't stand motherfuckers like you. Douchebag little man syndrome, like you got something to prove. You're nothing to nobody, just a biter and a dude. 45 acting like you're at the height of your youth. I know some of these battle axe kids feeling the same. You don't do nothing in return, you just steal from them, shame. You think you like me, but we ain't nothing the same. You take advantage of your family for a buck and some change. All of the people you did wrong, the money you owe. Next time you're in my fucking city, I'ma come to your show. You made another bad decision, now you're calling to apologize. This ain't a battle rap, this qualifies as fucking homicide. You mad cause I get most shine in a solarium. Any rapper in your camp talking shit, I'll bury him. Don't want no beef with me, dog. You a vegetarian, I'll cut your head off quick and put your skull in my aquarium. They trying to hold back, it's a known fact. You asked me to be on your album, I bodied you on your own track. You yapping, but your shit's weak. You say my name again, I'll leave you floating face down in shit's creek. I'm more dangerous alone than rolling 16. You fucked up and now I'm about to turn you into mincemeat. Any diss you planning, man, I already said it. You'll start to regret it. You ain't shit, your bars are pathetic, faggot. You have 1
please match up. Give me a call back if my number showed up. If not, I'll text you.
Snake the Ripper's name should be Snake the Loudmouth, piece of shit, talking punk bitch. There, I got that off my chest.
I'm calling because I realized what I did yesterday was stupid. So I took that text down like 2 minutes later. I made a mistake. So if you want to hit me back, hit me back.
Oh, this is juicy, son. I want to sing now. No, I want the other way. I want to see what his response was. Oh, this is the track he was talking about that he got put on? They do sound the same, but come on, man. Let's hear the other side of this shit now. All right, here we go.
The man to beat me haven't been born yet.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most.
All right, first of all, this is very Ill Bill reminiscent. If you listen to our reprisal, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Just want to put that out there. Dark Side Justice sounds a lot like this beat. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. Just saying there's similarities. And Paz has used this, I'm pretty sure, on Visions of Gandhi for an intro.
Most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion has ever been.
35 years old, you are not young. Second blast from this double barrel shotgun. I got 5 years on you, not a long road. Now this Muppet Gonzo has turned this to a gong show. A million rappers older than me and they ain't retired yet. Think you're spitting flames, I'm a fucking fire hydrant. I'm vibrant, a werewolf and a vampire, a hybrid. Your diss is just regurgitating everything that I've said. In songs I'm always making fucking fun of myself, but you're so wonderful, so now I'm breathing thunder from hell. My teeth fucked up. You're right, I am not perfect, but you can't match the fucking venom from this dark serpent. Don't really got lots of dirt on this bird chirping. Never followed your career cause your shit's hurting. I don't record calls and don't expose messages. That's a bitch, check the levels of your estrogen. If you had street cred instead of being crying bitches, you would know that people die for that. It's dry snitching. Gangster with that bat as you smashing that car's window. You're feeling heat from that corner that you backed into. Trying to steal my enterprise like it's Star Trek. Perfect video that this it was a car wreck. No turning back, you made a brash decision. Every time you see me now will be a crash collision. The Kraken's risen. Now this little crackhead's pissing, cause I got homies ready to go back to prison. My vibe is spreading like I'm radioactive. You ain't a tough guy, you're a Canadian actress. Had to use my name to finally get a reaction. You're Glenn Close and this is Fatal Attraction. Matt's your roommate, that's one cunt and one pussy. Keep an eye out for one runt in your bushes. Old life trying hard not to get back into, but one snap of my fingers, it's that simple. I've learned from my past, those that talk about it ain't about it. You should do something instead of just complaining about it. Stop pretending with your vengeance and blurbs. Seen this movie already, it's Revenge of the Nerds. I'm demented and invented when assembling words. Leave you trembling, resembling a gremlin's turd. Got a skull with 2 axes crossed before you started rapping. Square mask with 2 baseball bats crossed. What happened there? Tell the truth, are you a hater or a Stan fan? Seems like you're infatuated with me, you're a man, damn. Walk soft and carry a big stick, I'm bam bam. Pull up in the Trans Am, pull it out the blam blam. 40 dissed me by my age, so stupid it's astonishing. How old you think your favorite older brother rapper's Onyx is? Snack probably thinks about me and has ejaculations. Tell the truth, dog, what's with the infatuation? Everybody's going jump ship evacuation. Got my haters all to hate me, congratulations. My story's out there for the world to hear. It's hard to write about a rapper that has no career. And I ain't calling people on the phone to get that juicy gossip. I ain't doing videos with memes and fucking goofy topics. I should kill you for that line about that roofie dropping. And put a bullet through your face for such a gruesome, rotten thing to say. I warned you about the kids movement. We are supposed to be role models for improvement. Careful now, cause we could be labeled by Gang Squad. Last 4 years I've done nothing but just say God. Thousands of people get off drugs, what have you done? Help out a charity, you guys do any food runs? And what about the ones that's helpless little kids? You never stop to think about them, you selfish piece of shit. You cruise buzz around you like some ignorant flies. I've got thousands of fans thanking me for saving their lives. I feel like it's the apocalypse, that's where this is headed. I fight for God, you Satan, we have reached Armageddon. That's why they call you Snake, I'm gonna have to behead him. The evil that you spilt out is past me forgetting. Snack it on your shoulder if we end up having homicides. I cut the head off of the snake and then the body dies. You ain't worried about the kids and their safety. You just filled with rage and jealousy, and how much you hate me never even crossed my mind in a negative way until you went on Facebook talking shit that day. I called you on the phone, was sitting with Dow Jones. Asked you if you thought you're better than me and you said no. Had you on the speakerphone, he heard every word of it. 1 year later, now you're acting like you're murderous. Remember texting me and saying you were in a bad place? Once again I said no problem, we all have bad days. Then I ran a tweet cause of that shit out in Ontario, talking shit about me to my bros that wanna bury you. But then I took that tweet down and told myself just let it be. But you've been waiting so long for me to slip and get at me, and I don't really care if you get wasted and obnoxious. That's your persona, but tired of hearing you talk shit. That apology, that was for the children and the movements that we both worked so hard to build with. Cause I don't wanna see kids fighting over a rap war, not stomp down killers and knockbacks war. If it happens, you'll get more than a cracked jaw. Come in your back door and cut your head off with the hacksaw and jack you, but you ain't even got a rack saved. In the afterlife, you're gonna be my rap slave. Too long to respond, look at the balls on this knob. Dog, you forgot that I actually have a job. While you sit at home alone waiting for Perry to call so you can carry bags and hold the door for Fredro Starr. Feel sorry for the kids that all believe in this guy. Big bag stack won't even see the kid eye to eye. You live in a lie, you know I've got the evilest mind. The demon that rhymes, that face to face get buried alive. Couldn't win around against me in KOTD. Get in front of camera though and say you're a G. You say it's for the pay, I say I do it for free, for charity, and still you're scared. That's a pussy to me.
Damn. All right. Well, you know what? That wasn't that great because that battle. Speaking of Daylight, actually, if we could bring it back, the Daylight Madchild battle was the fucking shit, dude. That was a true showcase of skills, dude. In my opinion. What do I know?
Yo, Madchild saying that he can feel it in his heart. He can feel it. Snap didn't write that shit in one day. He didn't do that video in one day. He's been sitting on that shit for months. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Here's another one in 24 hours or less. I work 10 times faster than you, motherfucker. I actually do this. About to euthanize the soup and I can show you solid proof that I plan to leave them neutralized. All you fucking do is lie. Pass me the hammer and some nails, cause this little bitch about to get crucified. I cooked this fucker like your grandma's roast. He took a whole fucking day and dropped an Instagram post. Your response time is slower than some cops in the hood. I'm serious, next time I see you, bitch, I'm dropping you good. I'm not the type of dude that you should be colliding with. You taking selfies with those puckered up vagina lips. You talking shit, this is payback, homie. This is what it's like to watch a fucking plane crash slowly. This ain't a battle, this is Wee Man versus He-Man. What about your beast scan? Don't believe me, ask Sealands. You think you...
It's not even that he's bored. That shit, that style gets boring. But this gets boring too. Like this guy, alright, your last shit sounds exactly the fucking same. But you gotta be in the mood. You probably will agree with me when I say this. I think you gotta be in the mood to listen to Daylight's music. That's not something you could just put on. Like, I'll give you an example. Mos Def is another guy that's like that. And them face tats are made to look make him look tough, I ain't buying it. I don't know what the fuck they get face tattoos for. I don't get it. I don't understand it. That is one thing that I would never do in my life. Even if you told me that it wouldn't make a difference in my life at all, I still wouldn't. Like, there's not one thing I can think of that I would get tattooed on my fucking face. Nothing. I want this one tattoo that I got covered up in the worst fucking way, dude. Because I don't want to be representing that. I mean, I don't know, dude. This is fucking... I guess I'm not fucking... I get what you're saying about being in the mood for it. I just always am. Yeah, but you're a fucking weirdo, though, dude. And I say that in, like, an endearing way. Like, you're a strange dude in the sense that, like, you don't want to fuck with... This is what I don't understand about you. You don't want to fuck with negative shit, but you can handle a conversation that is basically like a global conspiracy, right? I don't get it. But that's why we're different. I guess the gangster shit, the anger, all that shit probably... It could put you in a bad spot. Like, I was listening to a song the other day. It doesn't do anything for me. It's fucking... it was DMX, Here We Go Again, but then there was X. And to me, it's just a regular fucking song. I don't really think of anything much when I listen to it, other than I like the album, I like the song, it's got a deep message to it, which basically is loyalty, right? But my neighbor was sitting outside, this was actually months ago, and she was like, dude, you gotta change this because this song is making me want to fucking stab somebody. And I never really thought about how, because that type of music kind of chills me out, I never thought about how it might turn somebody else's mood in the complete opposite direction. Having said that, though, there is some shit that's all I used to listen to is the beef and gangster shit. But fuck me, if we not outgrown that by now. Yeah, I mean, I haven't. I like a good beef, but also, I like it when I know. That's why I like battles a lot of the time, is because I know it's basically you're going off skill. If it's real deal, if it's real shit, where it's like these motherfuckers are about to kill each other, I don't like to support that when I can avoid doing that, just because you don't ever want to see some shit like that happen, right? That's no good. But there's definitely good things to all that. And I think just the anger angle is what makes gangster rap so good, right? And I'm angry by nature, so... But I get it. One of my favorite comedians is Bill Burr. That guy is angry about a lot of shit. Now, a lot of it is the act. You know what I mean? Just like that one Blue October song. I would have never guessed you would enjoy that. Yeah, me neither. Sometimes some shit just hits you in the right moment. Now, obviously, if that hit me at a different time, maybe not. But sometimes if a certain song reaches me at a certain moment in my life, I think I give that a pass. Like, it's not something, like, I've never gone and listened to their album ever. I don't mind if it's competitive, but at the same time, it's far easier to write gangster and beef shit than to be conscious. Everyone has their own thing. Just conscious needs more vibe to it, more light to it, I mean. But I don't think the majority of the world can handle or be ready for that. Well, look, it depends on how you do it. Vinny Paz is the perfect example of I'm gonna write simple raps. You know, you can easily tear him apart by saying guns, money, drugs, end of the conversation. But you could do the same thing with the other shit too. Conspiracy.
He's not coming.
You know, not even just Daylight General from. No, no, I get it. I get it. You look, you could do the same thing on both sides. You can do the same thing on both sides. You could be like, over positivity sucks because that's not realistic, right? Like I've talked about this before. Being overly positive is gross and it's stupid because you're not being honest with yourself. If you want to be overly positive every single day, you're just as bad as somebody who walks around angry 24 hours a day and never experiences or acknowledges any other kind of emotion. That's stupid. There needs to be that healthy balance between two things. Otherwise, what the fuck are you doing? You can't be mad 24 hours a day and you can't be happy 24 hours a day either. Shit's gonna get in the way. Having said that, though, you can easily tear apart both sides without. It's fairly fucking easy to do. But I get it. I like a mixture of both. Right? There are some days that are more towards gangster rap days. Other days that I have, I could fucking put on like Mos Def or somebody like that, where it's rap that will make you think, like Immortal Technique, guys like that. But that's another dude, as much as but couldn't it be realistic? It's a mindset. Not saying you can't be negative at all, but most people don't have a balance. Yeah, but see, it's not realistic, though. Here's why it's not realistic. Because you can wake up and you can for sure every single day, even if you live in a cardboard box, you can wake up every day and you can say, today I'm going to be positive. Today I'm going to be happy about the fact that I'm alive. Not about the fact that I live in a box, about the fact that I have no food, about the fact that I have no money, and about the fact that my circumstances are not going to change anytime soon. You can say that in your mind all you want. But if you're only doing that, you're neglecting the fact that you feel these other emotions. And by neglecting them other emotions, how can you ever resolve them? If you feel depressed inside, but you put on a happy face and smile all day, every day, somebody's going to find you hanging yourself somewhere because you're not addressing the problem because you want to be fucking sunshine and rainbows to everybody all day long. And I'm not saying that being positive is not a good mindset to have. But the people who like to do that pretend that the other emotions don't exist. And that's not healthy because it also that sets a bad example for other people. And, we talked earlier about how people can be very stupid sometimes. If somebody sees you being positive 100% of the time, there's a good chance that they could buy into the fact that nothing bad ever happens to you in your life. And that when their world comes crashing down and they have no idea how to deal with it because they're trying to only follow your lead, what do they do then? They need to be able to see that there's another side to it. Now, I know we're almost like the comedy and tragedy, where you try to be motivational, happier all the time. Don't let the negative shit eat you alive. I get that. I tend to allow the negativity to have a little bit of a louder voice, but at the same time, letting it out, I think, is just as important as being happy or having a positive mind state. because you can't have one without the other, right? To quote whoever made it up, the sun can't shine up the same dog's ass every day. That's just what it is. If you're down and miserable about the situation, wouldn't you be worse off? Because a lot of the time, all people seem to do is bitch and complain, and a lot of them don't change their environment. Okay, but you can make the same argument about being happy. If you can find a way to be happy shoveling shit, would you eventually stop thinking about the fact that you're shoveling shit? Now, you're making a point though, dude. You're making a point is then wouldn't you be worse off if you were just miserable? I hate that I have to do this all day, every day. But I think emotions sometimes emotions are almost like pain. It's like it's your brain's way of telling you that some shit has to change. I can't back this up. I'm not a doctor. I have no proof of any of this shit at all whatsoever. So don't listen to what the fuck I say. Go make your own opinions and whatever. I'm testing theories here. Which is, sure, if you're negative all the time, you're not going to change your situation because you're just going to be negative and you're going to be like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm doomed forever and there's nothing that I could do. You need to be a little bit more positive. I can change this. I'm going to change it. I'm not happy all the time, but I think people need to make more of an effort, especially when they are pissed off, but generally make more of an effort. I mean, you're not wrong. The mindset of contentment. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Where it's easy to get wrapped up in it. Look, I get it. It's easy. It is not better to be content than miserable and take things for granted. Well, I just got the email right now saying that my channel was live 2 hours later, so that's a good thing. See, look, you can't, there's no even way to do this shit. I don't think there is. I don't think there's an even way to do it. If you're too miserable all the time, you're going to want to fucking kill yourself. And if you try to pretend that you're happy all the time, it arguably can make you more depressed. Look, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for me. And I can tell you from personal experience that when I was fucked up about shit that was happening in my life, and I tried to pretend like everything was good and I was happy, it made me worse. Because then when I finally got home away from other people and I had to face the fact that that's not really what was going on, then I had to hide it. But eventually you realize that you had to just go through it while you're going through it. Okay, if I had to choose, that's going to be a long, complex answer. Every day is a new road. I don't know, what am I missing? Oh, okay. Would you rather be surrounded by utterly miserable cunts or a positive group of people the rest of your life? How about, but both are two extremes? I need both of them. I can't just pick one. Because there's two issues going on here. One, whoever you surround yourself with eventually does have an impact on the way that you think and you feel, right? So being around people who are positive can sometimes generally make you more happy. Being around people who are negative might make you feel a little bit more negative. If you have to pick, I can't be around a group of positive people all day long who are happy about fucking everything. Because you know what those positive people are going to do? They're going to do like the Colts do, and they're going to slip me a fucking cup of Kool-Aid, and they're going to kill me because I'm raining on their fucking parade. You're going to watch the happy cunts turn into a bunch of miserable cunts overnight is what's going to wind up happening. It's impossible to be in either camp all the time. Yeah, the positive person would just drive you crazy. You know, can you imagine? I just stepped in dog shit. Of course you did. Dog shit is a gift from the gods. And that's how you know you're alive, to feel the shit underneath your shoe. And that smell is just a friendly reminder of what it's like to interact with the other things that are on this earth. Isn't life beautiful? No, it's not. Now I'm dragging around germs and shit under my shoe everywhere I walk, and I'm never going to get this out. Now I got to waste a fucking toothbrush, and just like that, I've always been suspicious of happy people. Bro, tell me about it. I get suspicious of happy people too. Like, hold on. Who are you molesting? Do you have bodies in your freezer? Something is fucking wrong with you. If every time I see you and you're happy and you have a smile on your face, you're suspect. Let me tell you why. Because life has ups and downs. How strong is the medication that they're giving you to keep a smile on your face all the time? You know what I mean? Like, come on now. It's definitely... Did I even fucking watch that Lotto? I don't think I did. Who cares? I don't give a shit. You know, it's rough, dude. But yeah, you can't look. You know, what's the first thing they say about all serial killers? He was always so nice. I would have never expected anything like that come from him. Do you know who you don't hear that about? You don't hear that about people like me, who have a fucking resting bitch face, that when people walk out to the car and through the parking lot, they go out of their way to avoid you because they think that you're going to fucking punch them in their face or shoot them in their ass. I think my attitude and vids are more about being content than overly positive. Do you think I've changed since you first came across me? Honestly think you're a bit of a tight ass, if you want me to tell you the truth. But that's only my perception of you. Right? Like, especially when you're like, I don't deal with anything negative. That fucking kills me, bro. That burns my pubes like you have no idea. However, I understand that. I think that the difference between when I first met you and how I know you now is I'm seeing you pursue your goals, which is important. Right? When I first came across you, you were just putting up, you did have motivational shit, but it's not like how you have it now, where you're making it a point every couple of days, even if it's a fucking 10-second video, you're putting something out into the universe about what you feel is beneficial to other people. And that's a plus. I think that it has opened your perception a little bit, right? Because you seem overall more happy doing your regular content, knowing that you're doing that also, if that makes any sense. And I know, this is from a distance. So, I mean, I don't know if there has actually been any real change in your life, but from an outside perspective, it seems like you're happier. If it makes you feel any better, I will never quit being a cult type personality. Well, I would like to hope so. Dude, look, the world needs you. Don't listen to me. I'm a miserable cunt. Don't listen to me. The world needs people like you. They need people like you who are willing to fucking eat their Cheerios and give the world a fucking smile, right? Like, no matter what's going on in the world, you find a way to be happy. God bless you. I'm too honest. I deal in the realm of harsh reality, right? There's a Vinny Paz line off of Spiritual Assassin, I think the song is called, where he says, "I don't do small talk. It's only true pain." That's me. That's me. Now, don't get me wrong. Like everybody else, I need to take my mind off of the world sometimes. My favorite fucking thing to do is to laugh at some shit. That's why I love comedy so much, dude, because I need that distraction away from general cuntiness. Honestly, I need that. So I do spend a lot of my time trying to enjoy things. As pessimistic and negative as I might come off, I actually try to spend majority of my time trying to be happy. I'm really trying to keep my spirits up lately even more, because I know so many people are suffering from anxiety and stress. I just wish I could do more and make a bigger impact. Yeah, but every impact you make is a big impact. So that's the problem, dude. Is we're so numbers oriented now. We're so algorithmically oriented now that if you see a video that has 10 views on it, you don't stop and think about how 10 people might have been affected by something that you said today. All you think about is, how come I can't reach 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, when in reality, the real work that is to be done. And I know, again, I'll bring it back to Liar Liar. And, there was a line in that movie where Jim Carrey is sitting with his kid. And I think his kid said some shit along the lines of like, it's not polite. My teacher said it's not polite to make fun of people, judge people by their looks. And Jim Carrey looks at his kid and he goes, "That's just something ugly people say." It's very easy for me to come on here and say the real impact to be made is to impact 10 people. But in reality, if you think about how many people, not now with the corona happening, before the corona happened, think about how many people in your day-to-day life you had legitimate contact with. Now, why, for some reason, do we focus a camera on ourselves? Do we sit in front of a fucking microphone? And then all of a sudden, do we think that we're going to maximize an audience of 1,000,000 people for some reason? That's fucking stupid. Why is it not okay to focus in on the 10 people? I think most people think it's fake or it's a gimmick, but I generally want to help. Well, the bigger problem is you have to outlast the people that are fake and that are pushing gimmicks. When you said earlier, it gets to you. When I said I don't deal with negative shit, I still go through what other people go through. I have to deal with that And I guess their negativity pisses you off, is what you're saying? Or you're saying that people think because you're not negative. The only issue is every YouTube motivator is walking outside in a hoodie now. Yeah, unfortunately. When I say that, I mean I'm decreasing them situations as much as I can now, compared to how I almost bite at an argument to get caught up in it every time. So if I'm understanding you correctly, what you're saying is you used to look forward to the confrontation. Like you would almost get excited when the argument would happen because it would give you a chance to say your piece, right? Whereas now you're doing the opposite, where you're pushing all that shit out of the way, right? Let's get rid of all of that. Let's only deal with shit that is essential to us in our lives right now. If it's not necessary to keep me moving forward, I don't want to be a part of it. Look, it makes sense. The problem is you have to find the happy medium between the two things. Because if you go too far one way, you wind up a monk in a monastery where you don't talk to other people, you don't speak, all you do is sit on your fucking floor and meditate all day long unless you're going to shit, pee, or eat. And if you go too far the other way, you eventually you get so combative that you could eventually wind up getting gunned down in the fucking street. So you do have to find the happy medium in between the two things. Yeah, and be like a keyboard warrior and be like, hey, this is my ego here. I'm defending. Now I'm like, I don't got time for that anymore. Well, see, the problem is when you get hit with certain negative shit, it's really easy. You watch the next upload. You say you're levitating with a Jew beard for a combo effect? What the fuck does that even mean? You talking about like a Snapchat filter? I don't know what the fuck is going on. L'chaim, right? What the fuck does that mean? I saw you shave your fucking head, you prick. You did it before I could do it. Now it's gonna look like I'm biting your style because my hair is kind of growing back a little bit. But I'm in that rough spot in between the two, where it looks gross now. I gotta turn the light on in here, take a piss, and get a drink. What do you say? And then what am I gonna play in the meantime? Oh, I get it. I'm stupid. I say things and then I completely forget that. You know what? Here we go. I got an idea. Or since we're talking about happiness and all that bullshit, why not do the one thing that makes sense right now? While I get up and do what I have to do, I'm going to share with you something that seems to make everybody happy. So we all win. We all win in this scenario. I will mute my microphone and I will be back momentarily.
Let's do it. Just a little, though. Don't overdo. Don't overdo. It gets working and it feels good, and next thing you know, you've overdone it. Give him a shake. And just beat the devil out of him. Sometimes those brushes get away and they go soon, clean the other side of the room. That's when you find out who your friends are. But I wanna get you to try being creative on canvas. Just to take your time and sit down, have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. And if you feel good about yourself and the world, it'll show in your painting, and all these little things will happen. If you happen to get some of it down in here, who cares? We'll end up turning that into reflections. We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Just don't worry about it. Learn how to use what happens. That's the name of the game. It's enjoying. You really ought to enjoy what you do in life. If you do, then you'll do a good job. And I certainly enjoy what I'm doing. I spend half my life doing somebody else's thing. Painting should make you happy. It does nothing else. It should make you happy. And if it doesn't make you happy, you're doing the wrong thing. Because it's fun. And if you can do things all of your life that make you happy, needless to say, you're going to be a happy person. And you know, when you buy your first tube of paint, you get an artist license. And that license says you can do anything that makes you happy. Now, shoot, you know me. I think everybody needs a friend. So we're going to give him one right here. Some nice, bright colors. It's a fantastic day. It's a good day to be alive. Come to think of it, every day's a good day to be alive. There. We were kids. We used to fight like cats and dogs. You know how brothers are. And I never expected that left hand to get me. Well, he used to sock me. Now he grew up and he's bigger than I am, so I hope he doesn't remember all that. There we go. He's a good man, though. He's my best friend in the whole world. I spent half my life in the military, and there I had to live in somebody else's world all the time. And painting offered me freedom. I'd come home after all day of playing soldier, and I'd paint a picture, and I could paint the kind of world that I wanted. It was clean, it was sparkling, shiny, beautiful, no pollution, nobody upset. Everybody was happy in this world. That may be how I made it through 20 years of military. There we go. Because I could find freedom on this canvas. There we go. There's absolute freedom here. And I think we're all looking for freedom. At least I am. And make just layer after layer of them. But do the one that's farthest away first and work forward. Always working forward. So if you see little creatures around your house, help take care of them. Because they're God's little creatures. And they're fantastic. Get to know them. Make friends with them. This one was loaned to me by the bird lady here in Muncie where I film. And he's a loner bird. Okay, now we can wash the old brush. And if you've painted with
goddamn right, I'm a loner bird.
The fun part of this whole technique. We wash our brushes with odorless thinner.
Just beat the devil out of it.
And just beat the devil out of them.
Tell them.
And that's where you take all your hostilities and frustrations. And it's a lot of fun.
See that? You need a fucking paintbrush in your life, bro. That's what you need.
There we go. Just have to splash the cameraman one time so he doesn't feel neglected. Shoot. Take life easy. Just let it go. Once again, that's just my opinion. They're very, I don't want to say real unpleasant, but they bother me if they don't have a lot of depth in them. Because our world, the way I see it, has a lot of depth.
Sure does.
And that's the way I like to see paintings. Maybe there lives a happy little bush right along here. We've been doing this show now for well over 11 years.
Wonder where this guy went.
11 years. And you've made me feel very special to invite me into your home and to let me be part of your family. Thank you very much.
How fucked up with that? You know what? I would totally buy it. I would totally buy it. Why am I yelling? Let me take the caps lock off here. What happened to Bob Ross? Death and Legacy. The Joy of Painting was canceled in 1994 so that Ross could focus on his health. The famous TV instructor host had been diagnosed with lymphoma. Oh my God. Around that same time, Ross died from lymphoma at age 52 on July 4th, 1995 in Florida. You know what, dude? There is no God. I'm saying it right. There is no fucking God. If a guy as nice as Bob Ross is gonna die from fucking blood cancer, what the fuck what chance do I have in life? Are you kidding me? Look, what this guy fucking painted for a living, dude. Never bothered anybody. Except for people who didn't like paintbrushes. That's it. This this really got random now. This we could agree on. Right? Like, dude, I don't what the hell? And look, see, it just even the fact that we're disagreeing on something and we're having a conversation and we're also from two different countries, I should add, is unheard of now. It's like something that doesn't happen. You're not allowed to talk to people that you don't agree with 100% of the time about everything. I really want to do a video on religion, but I will probably get a nut job come to kill me. Like, well, hold on, sir, because what I will do for you is I boldly go where other people avoid on purpose so they don't get in trouble. That's what I do. Now I'm going to I'll give you a fucking link here because I'm pretty sure I've already done that. Oh, I did too. Dude, if you have not heard, have you ever heard of a place called Holy Land? That's fucking crazy. I just discovered that not that long ago. You want to talk about nut jobs, dude? Come on, any day now would be fantastic. Let's try it again. Is it not going to work now? I think I fucked it. Yep. I don't know why it doesn't want to work now. But the episode is Holy Bird Bath. Whenever this fucking thing decides that it wants to work. Look, I don't know what to do. I know it was removed because I removed it. Let's try something. Of course, that works. Unless it just doesn't want me to be sharing links. That's the link to the thing. I think that could be your guideline. As long as you don't say anything as bad as I did, you should be all right. But dude, I say talk about whatever the fuck you want. Who cares? Look, they can't kill us all, right? That's the important thing. Look, people in every group take shit too far. You know what I mean? Yeah, no problem. But plus, you know, if anything, you could be like, do you see? You could pick any clip out of that episode that you want and be like, this is exactly what you don't do. Don't be like him and say this. Whatever that would be. You know, still. People in every group are going to take shit too far. You got, you know, atheists who just live to fucking argue. You ever been around those group of miserable cunts before? Bro, you want to, speaking of which, I meant to bring that up. You mentioned, well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That dude I had in here the other day, yesterday, whenever it was, loves to hang out in group chats online, and him and a bunch of other people, all they fucking do is argue about religion. It's all they do. All they do. It's fucking annoying, man. Like, that's all you want to talk about? Nothing else ever? Are you bored? Like, literally the same argument every time? Some of these cunts just live to argue, dude. Those people take it too far. Like, oh boy, no matter what happens, if it cannot be proven, because, I don't know, ghosts are not scientifically proven, I don't believe you. I'm using a bad example because I can't think of anything else. You know what? How about this? There's a car park or a parking lot in, I don't know, some mile-long town in Arkansas somewhere. Oh, well, prove it. I can't. Why can't you? Nobody's ever been there before. But we know there's one because I've seen a picture of it before. That doesn't mean anything unless you can prove it absolutely exists for a fact. I don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, some shit is just, it gets a little crazy. You got the people on the other side of that. God, it believes in everything, and no, I forgot about that. He's a cult leader and don't care what you say. I want to talk about serial killers and stuff. But you're into all that, aren't you? I mean, that's another topic I've covered in the podcast. This is just going to be a big fucking plug. Romanticizing serial. Where, dude, that Ted Bundy gimmick came out on Netflix, and all these bitches are foaming in their panties over this fucking retard who killed a couple of broads. And he was a handsome man. He was a killing scumbag. Who gives a fuck what he looks like, dude? You know what I mean? I don't see you talking that way about Ed Gein. Well, then again, that guy ate fucking cheddar cheese on top of cheesecake and went and dug people up out of their graves. So, you know, he looked like one of those fucks that belong in that farmer painting, you know? I have a fascination about it. What I think everybody does. My mom does. She's wild, though. She has a fascination with serial killers, but she doesn't like gore. So she can't stand looking at the shit that they do, but she finds it fascinating. It's the weirdest shit. And, you know, I have not figured that out, but I got to write that down. Why so many Bobs own gas stations? I should have been charging my phone this whole time. But we got to figure out why do Indian people own so many gas stations? Like when did it happen? Why gas stations? Is it because oil is the main thing that gets taken out of Middle Eastern countries? Is that a conspiracy? Is it racist? I don't know. At this point, I can't tell the difference. Like the Iceman is a legend. Yeah, true. He is. He's a fucking cunt and a half, that guy. Holy shit. You know what? Let's just fuck it. Let's just Google it and see what happens. What are they gonna do? Fire me? This is a legit search, bro. Why do people from India own so many gas stations in the United States? Come on, bro. What am I fucking crazy? Deleted. Indian American here. Gas station owner. Few reasons are back in the 1960s and 1970s, many Indians living in either India or Eastern Africa had few opportunities to get ahead in their home countries. Back then, many families could only afford to send their firstborn to Europe or the US under a student visa. Once that first person got a student visa and later a green card, they could either do a family sponsorship or the entire family would pay their money in one person's account and get them an investor visa. Since second and third siblings might not have a degree suitable for work in the US, a motel or gas station is a stable owner-operator job. The owner can work the register or the front desk and help people to their rooms, etc. For example, you fucking scumbag cunts. Okay, good. It does show the rest of it. For example, my uncle was a pharmacist. When he came here, his education and certification did not qualify for him to work as a pharmacist in America, so he bought a motel, lived as a manager on-site quarters with his wife and 2 children, so he attended pharmacy school here, and my second uncle took over the motel after they had to flee to Tanzania in the early 80s because policies run by some fucking guy. You know what? That's a fucking very interesting answer that I would not have thought would have been the answer. I never once considered how ignorant of that is me. Never one time did I ever think that could be a possibility. I guess the opportunity had to present itself. Yeah, but of all things, how do you buy a gas station? Well, interestingly enough, there's a market in a town that I used to live in that was bought by Indian dudes who ironically bought it because apparently there was a bill that was written while Obama was in office. I don't know how true this is. This is what I heard. I don't know it to be a fact. I'm just telling you what people told me. That apparently they didn't have to pay taxes for 5 years because they own this their first legit business in America. So I guess to drive more business from overseas back to America, they gave people grants of some type. If that even makes sense. I don't know. by groups that don't pay taxes. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't know how to write this shit in a search engine, but basically, rephrase the question. Yeah.
A fixed design, or does it need to be fixed again? I think a little bit. I try to make it, even, equal.
It's just slightly smaller on the one side. But see, now you can see it.
And also, I gotta get a new fine liner.
This one's slightly smaller, but it doesn't look bad.
With somebody or something.
No, you said what makes you happy. He's just throwing questions out. They're unrelated to what I'm talking about.
Alright, so I'll bring the white a little bit more down.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's true. What does that mean? What's the best takeaway you ever had? I don't understand. What makes you happy? He's like, I'm gonna go. Like, fuck this shit. I gotta get out of here. Temporary delay collection process. All right, later, dude. If we determine that you cannot pay any of your tax debt, we may report your account delayed. Does not mean that the debt goes away. Whatever, gives a shit. Listed below are basic links to federal tax returns for people who are starting a business, so as information to assist them in making business decisions. Fuck it. That's all too complicated for me. I'm not that interested. Who gives a shit? I mean, I will be happier when weed is fucking legal, but I don't think I'm gonna live that long. At the rate we're going, and this whole shit could have fucked up the election anyway. God damn. But you know what? He's got a good point. We're going on 3 hours, and if he wants to fucking stream again at some point later in this week, I better turn this thing off just so I can see how many hours I have left. I should have a decent amount, but I've talked long enough, dude. I didn't even mean for it to go this long. He told me he wanted to jump in here, so I figured he wanted to do it today, which is why I came on here in the first place, or I wouldn't even have bothered. But that's all right. I can always just start editing the podcast tomorrow. Because once I leave here, well, who's bullshitting who? She's out there listening to music, so I'm gonna be stuck in here editing shit. That's just what it's gonna be. But let me end this shit for right now. Get up, walk around the house for a couple of minutes just to fucking unnumb my ass cheeks. And I don't know, man. I guess that's it. Maybe I'll go deeper into something. I have no idea. I don't want to make any fucking promises. I just want to get up and move around. Then I'm self-conscious how long I've been in here for. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by to check it out. Laughing at Birds every Saturday. Check your local podcast listings. And that's that.